Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Forex market outlook, coming a day later just because of the Easter break. So we've got a little bit more of an insight than we usually would have at this point, which is a little bit of an advantage actually, considering the strength and weakness opportunities and the seasonal analysis that we've been talking about lately has been very much focusing on the potential reversal in the US dollar, and the strength and weakness chart has started to kind of reflect that from last week's data. We've seen a little bit of boost to the euro and the pound, a little bit of downside to the Swiss franc and the US dollar. We have a lot of other currencies coming into reversal points. So New Zealand dollar potentially looking for the buys on a reversal of Kiwi and US dollar here. Which seems to be playing out quite well at the moment. So looking for that to potentially continue. We've also got the potential for yen here, but yen has been flat for a while, so not really looking to buy the yen just yet. There could be some potential elsewhere. Really, I'm going to be focusing on the dollar, and I'm going to be focusing on the dollar because of that seasonal analysis that we spoke about a while ago, or well, actually a few videos ago. If you go and look for the silver seasonal analysis, you'll see that we did some seasonal analysis on the US dollar as well. And typically for the month of April, we see a pretty decent dip in the form of the dollar. Now, if we look at this from a strength meter point of view, if we watch the red line, we can see that the red line has started to dip just through here, which again is a sign that the price could be about to reverse from this area. In times like that, you want to look at the stronger currencies coming through for potential opportunities. So for me, euro dollar is going to be a big player. Pound dollar is going to be a big player this week as well. But, you know, if the dollar's going to pull back, we're going to see some opportunities on these types of charts anyway. So I'm going to actually start off on the US dollar index. We can see here that we're getting that pullback. We've already broken through last week's low, which is just through here. And if I go to that daily time frame, you can see already today we've had quite a big dip in the US dollar already. That 4 hours really pushed. That weekly low has been broken through, which is usually a sign of what's to come. If we are to look at the sort of overall trend of this market, obviously it is to the upside in terms of the daily time frame, because price is making higher highs and higher lows. So what we would typically look for is for price to come back down into this sort of area in here, for the price to then start to move to the upside. Then, you know, I'm expecting a bit of a lower high to come in play for a bit of a turn around in this market here. Especially because, so let's just highlight this trend line as well. Price is breaking through this trend line through here. We also have the weekly time frame, which is in an overall downtrend as well, and we're combining that seasonal analysis saying that the dollar usually takes a dip through April. We could see some downside to this market. Now, if you go take a look at euro has obviously benefited very well today, despite the UK or the sort of European bank holiday today. The market has reacted very well through the US session. So if we just go into that 4 hour time frame, you can see sort of the past two sessions, euro dollar has really rallied. And what's nice about this is that we know that the market is again in that downtrend. In here, there were significant volumes coming through at this point for selling opportunity and selling pressure. So the likelihood is that price is going to return back towards this 119.17 level. And what you want to see in these pullback retracement phases is a change in trend on the 4 hour time frame, and that's exactly what we've got here. We had the market form this higher low, rallied up, we've pulled back into this zone in here. The market's now rallying to the upside. So typically what I would expect from this market now is for price to come back down into this structure, and I've actually pointed out a high volume level at 117.59, and if price was to come back to this point, I would expect some more buyers to come back in once again and for the market to rally up to the upside. I think targets are quite reasonable at 119.17 for Euro US dollar going into this week. The other chart that I like as well is pound. We actually spoke about this in the Forex market wrap for some upside. There was some selling pressure coming in from here, so we could see selling coming back in at this point. But look at the weekly time frame, nice bullish candlestick. We came off a high volume zone. We broke through this trend line as well, which is what we were talking about on the Forex market wrap. So that's breaking higher. I like the opportunity here for a potential buy. There's a couple of areas that I like. So this area here where the market has started to rally from again, this could be a nice area to see buyers come back into the market. But also if we go down into that 4-hour time frame, just multiple different options. We have the previous sort of structure area has seen some buyers come back in, so we could look at this area around about 1.3820, or we could look a little bit lower into this sort of level down here at 137.42 as a long opportunity as well. So lots going on here, but very much looking for that dollar short. And finally, just going to go on to Kiwi US dollar, just because these are the two ends of the spectrum. You've got Kiwi that's really weak, dollar that's really strong. Usually that creates a downtrend in the market. Now obviously we have to look at this and say, well, the dollar looks like it's going to go short. Where could it go back to? So previous structure sort of area with high volumes comes in at 71.68. So I would be expecting price to come back and retest this zone. If it goes lower from there, that could happen, or breaks higher. Either or could happen at this point. But for me, this could be where price is heading towards this week. And if we actually go down into the 4-hour time frame again, we can see that the price has changed cycle here, and we've made a higher high in at this point. So we could continue to look for the breaks in the trend here on the 4-hour time frame, targeting this high volume zone through here. So keep an eye on Kiwi US dollar as well. Could be one to watch going through this week. I think dollar selling opportunities are something that we could take a look at, especially now the dollar index is breaking through this weekly low already. I hope you have a great trading week. Hope you had a great weekend, and I'll speak to you soon.